All right, y'all. This is Greg Mathis Jr. here with Elliott Cooper, and this is our new talk series on our YouTube channel, At the Table. But
see, this is what happens when you leave YouTube for too long.
We forgot to turn the mics on for the first couple minutes of audio, so we are just giving you a quick update of what you should have heard on the actual talk segment of the podcast.
Exactly.
So
you'll miss a little bit of this.
Welcome to At the Table. This is a series that we have started to kind of bring in people who are inspirational to us, important in our lives, to bring them to the table with us and share them with you. Is that right, Elliott?
Yeah, I think that's a really good summary. Even though this voiceover was supposed to be my line.
Oh, my bad. Well, what? Oh, wait. Oh, here we go. Wait, it's actually starting. It's starting.
Okay. This is At the Table.
Listen up, y'all.
Greg and Elliott.
Listen up.
So this is At the Table with Greg and Elliott, our new talk segment on YouTube page and wherever you can get your podcasts.
All right, enjoy it, y'all.
So, working through that, but some of the highlights. I worked this week, which is nice for an actor to be able to say. I was on set. That's always nice. Had some fun auditions this week, and what else?
We moved.
We moved
everything,
to our new place, so that's been exciting.
Yep.
And
I think it's cool.
that puts that at a solid 6.
Yeah, 6 is good.
Mm-hmm.
I like the number 7, so I'm gonna go with 7. But today, though, we are lucky to have a very close friend of mine and his love of his life to sit here with us. But, I think first we want to talk about this food you got on this table, right?
Oh, do we? Okay, well, I thought you were going to say what's in this cup. We do have food on the table. The cup is tequila. And we got tacos on the table.
Yes.
We have tacos at the table, may I say. They're from Tacos 1986. And
good year.
I would say
Millennial
since we moved to LA, tacos have definitely grown on us. Elliott used to always be a hard shell guy. I finally got him to convert to the authentic nature of soft tacos.
I really thought it was authentic when it was hard tacos. My mom would put them in the oven. I'm like, all right, we good. Like, that was my thing.
They don't have hard tacos in Mexico. It's an American invention.
Well,
but that's one thing that I've enjoyed, at least about LA, is that the Mexican food out here is delicious. It's the best in the country, if you ask me.
Street tacos as well.
We always do our Taco Tuesday now with either me making them at home or street tacos.
Street tacos.
And I heard about, oh, wow, okay. Got it. I heard about Tacos 1986 from my younger brother, Amir. This is one of his favorite spots, and he always has them over here randomly whenever I come visit. So I had him here today, and we'll see what the people think.
Right, we're going to see how everybody likes it, as well, kind of give what they think, if it's a chef kiss or miss, and we'll find out later. Ready? Okay.
We got our producer, Amir, giving us some notes.
You're right. We're at his studio. So let's do this segment, the Culture Catch-Up.
Yeah, let's do it.
So Culture Catch-Up is kind of just where we talk about maybe a big event, something locally. This one that I'm going to talk about is the Lupus Foundation of America, which is pretty close to me because my mother passed away due to lupus. And I've been an advocate for the Lupus Foundation for a long time now, and actually a part of their Western Division Board Leadership Council that I'm learning about in this year. But there is a walk to End Lupus in LA. It'll be October 4th in Carson, California, which is at, I think, Dignity Health Sports Park.
Don't ask me, but I will be there.
Yes. Greg and I, we'll definitely Google it before we get there, but Greg and I will be hosting the walk. So if you are in LA, we expect you all to come if you can to join the walk. The foundation is trying to raise $150,000. They are 60% of the way there. I have my own team as well, where I'm trying to raise some money where we're kind of knocking the goal.
Almost at that goal. He's been working very hard. Storming the phones, storming the emails, the text messages.
I did not know how hard it is or how much anxiety comes when you ask people for money.
Oh, yeah, it's hard to get people to give you money.
Especially around this
It's
time.
not easy.
But, and just a note about Lupus Foundation of America, they help a lot of people that are suffering from lupus, as well as the caregivers that help those lupus warriors. They help with research and a lot of additional support. And for those that don't know what lupus is, it's an autoimmune disease that causes a lot of chronic pain anywhere in the body, as well as in just inflammation on people's faces as well.
And one thing that I thought that was always catches me is that just how much more it impacts Black women in comparison to other portions of the population. I always just find that as a fascinating point of like, why does this disease have such a larger impact on Black women?
And that's what the research and the funds that you all will give and donate will help us figure out. All right. But that's the culture catch-up.
And you can, I know we said we didn't know exactly where the location was, but we'll be posting about it if y'all are connected with us on like Instagram or TikTok or any of those things. We'll post about it there, the location. So
Yeah,
we'd love
or
to
you
get
can
you
go
out there.
straight to lupus.org and put in California and LA, and you will find exactly where the location is. But I do think it is at the LA Chargers, like practice field where they used to practice at. And then I think a soccer team has played there too. But I don't want to misspeak. All right. So I think it's time for us to introduce our guest.
All right, put your tequila down. You're about to be on camera.
So first we have to introduce Kenzie. Kenzie is a mother.
Yes.
My boy's love of his life. A Cali girl.
Yes.
Right. And also just a good vibe. I really remember meeting you the first time Shemaiah brought you by our house, and I was like, oh my God, like, okay, Ellie ain't that bad then. You know, like if we can hang around Kenzie, then this is good. All right. And then her soulmate, or as she calls it, her bed picnic partner, is Shemaiah. I've known Shemaiah over 10 years, a Southern brother via Jamaica, New York, right?
Yeah, all that stuff.
All that, right? All right. He also is my frat brother, you know, of the great Kappa Alpha Psi. Come on.
Yo to the noops.
But he's been a key part in helping me feel comfortable out here in LA. And I'm glad I was able to introduce both of them to Greg when we first moved out here. All right?
And when you say just natural chemistry, I mean, it's like, I see it here, but even them just sitting down before these cameras came
Yes.
over, we're like, okay, we got to stop talking. Because we just launched into conversation after conversation.
Right.
You could just talk all day.
Easily, easily. But
Welcome
Kenzie,
to At the Table.
Shemaiah, welcome. Thank you for making some time for us traveling out here, especially on our pilot.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
and
thanks for
asking
having us. Yeah.
Nice. Anything I got wrong in the bio?
Nope.
Okay.
My bed picnic partner and my boo daddy.
Okay, boo
We
daddy.
even have our matching tattoos.
Wait, what? I didn't know
Yes,
about
your
this.
little
See, look,
matching
it's
ghost
always.
tattoos.
Oh, it's a ghost. Boo.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whose idea was that?
So it was mutually ours, right? So the thing about it was we went to a performance for her youngest daughter
In Arizona.
in Arizona.
Flagstaff.
Okay.
And her daughter, Kenny, wasn't really doing as well as she wanted to for the performance. So
She
it was
gets-
making her...
She
yeah.
gets really bad anxiety and she throws up on the field. She's in color guard, so she
Oh,
does the
okay.
flags for band.
Okay.
And whenever they have a hard time, then I also have a hard time. So it was like very spontaneous.
Yeah. So it really was a bet. Like I didn't, or really a dare. I didn't really think she was going to do it. But I was just like, well, why don't you get a tattoo? And she was like, because I knew at that moment, I was like, she's not going to do this. And she was like, well, shit. Oh, okay, let's do it.
Oh.
And we passed the tattoo
We
parlor
passed
and
the
I hopped out the car.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that's how it ended up happening. So we were just...
Can we
I
see these
always-
one more time for the camera
Show
too?
it to the camera.
Maybe just show it to
y'all.
the camera so we can.
Our little Pac-Man ghost.
I love
Aw.
that.
So yeah, so that was a spontaneous.
I always take his dares or bets. Like when we were in Mexico and you said, I bet you won't jump off this yacht into the water.
And she
And I
damn
was
sure
like,
did that.
That's scary in
Whoa.
Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
especially
Whoa.
depending on what part you in.
Yeah.
That
What's up
Pacific
with all these
Ocean.
What have you
is-
dared him to do?
Take on my animals.
Well, yes, because
It's
we
a
got to hear
daily
this.
dare.
Yes.
That's it. That's
We heard.
Wait, how is that a dare?
Yeah,
That's
He's
fair.
not there, you
The
take
way
it.
you were talking about it
I
earlier,
just
yes.
to stay around for the foolishness. That's always
Wait, I'm sorry.
happening.
Like I told y'all, we were talking to them before, and I can't get over this story that you hid the fact that you had five
Five
cats
cats.
from him
Oh my God.
Yeah.
when y'all first started dating, and I just need to hear how this happened.
Yeah, let's hear how this happened.
So when we met, I actually approached him. We were at a party, and on our first date, we went for coffee. I always believe in light dates, so we have an exit strategy in case the date's not going well. So we did coffee, which was good. And
Whose idea was it though?
your idea was coffee,
Okay.
and I was completely okay with it. I think this idea, and everyone has their own opinion,
Right.
but a lot of women, you hear the talks out there like, oh, it has to be this restaurant and the first date has to be this. I personally do not like to do that
Right.
because if I'm not having a good time, I don't want to stay through dinner.
That's fair.
But I do think that being intentional about the first interaction is important, but it doesn't have to be like a really like great 5-star expensive restaurant
Right.
as long as you take the time to plan something. So we go for coffee and I tell him my 3 things. Was it 3 or 4?
I believe it was 3, but yes, I believe it was 3. What did you do there?
And one of the things was I have a cat. Because people don't like cats.
Yeah. I
It's,
heard.
People don't really like
Yeah,
cats,
that's it.
especially I think sometimes black people don't like cats. Although I do follow a lot of black cat dads on Instagram, and there's a lot of them.
Really?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but you're right about. I read a study that shocked me that said it was like an informal game show study, but it was like 10 people, and they said they asked all 10 of them, and 9 of the people said they would not eat at somebody's house if they knew they had a
If they
cat.
knew they had cats.
Which was
Right.
crazy
But you guys
because
have
I
been to
would,
my house.
I would
Right,
eat.
we
I
have.
mean, I wouldn't care, but I was shocked that
Yeah.
people actually were that serious about
People
it.
are, but you guys have been to my home
We have.
before,
Mhm.
and you had food,
Yeah.
and you
It was
cannot
very good.
tell
It
that
was
I
good.
It was very good.
that I have 5 cats.
Definitely
No,
not
I did not know.
5.
No, I still didn't know.
I didn't know she had.
I
I
didn't
told him
know.
I had
Cats.
1.
So what you got them in like the
Wait a minute.
cupboards or like
Well,
a back?
because-
They got a
so-
separate entrance. Or?
They damn sure have a separate
They live
entrance.
in, they do. They do. I keep them
They
in
were
the
like,
garage.
"What up, bro? You here today?
Oh, what
I
up,
didn't know you
bro?
was here. Good to see you."
So I told him I just had the 1, and maybe about 4 months in, 3 months in,
So-
of being at my house.
Yes. So she has 1. So the cat that I saw was her youngest daughter's cat, which is named Paco.
He's a tuxedo cat.
Right. So I just knew it was a white and black cat. I didn't know anything about the
Sound
names.
fancy.
Right.
Okay.
So I saw that cat, and I was like, the next time I was like, that cat looks fatter. What the hell is going on?
Wait, that ain't the same.
That's not the same
that
cat.
ain't the same
But I
cat.
didn't say anything the first couple times that I saw it, and I was finally, I started to feel comfortable. And then she was like, well. And then that's how it came out.
So,
And how far in was this?
It's 3 or 4 months?
We have 4 months.
Okay.
Okay, so-
yeah,
5
like
months
4 or
into
5
it.
Yeah,
months.
that's when
Okay,
you can
that's
start
fair.
revealing
That's
some
all
of the
the ugly
The-
truth.
the ugly
The
truths.
unpacking.
You know, it's
Yeah.
always a schedule when you got that stuff you want to hide, and then you're like, okay, when can I tell them
Yeah.
about this?
Mm-hmm.
Now what about
Wait,
this
Let me
thing?
see how far we get right here.
So
Yeah.
he was like, I don't really know about the cats. And, well, that's fine, but no animals in the bed, which I'm okay with. Like, that's
Yeah.
fine.
That's fair.
Like, I'm cool with that, especially because I'm allergic to cats. So sometimes too much will drive my allergies.
Wait.
crazy.
Yeah, now you heard that right.
What?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, but,
But got 5, not 1.
but let's pan, or let's fast forward, actually, to 3 years later.
Okay.
Well, no,
And
stay-
who was in the bed watching TV?
Okay,
Cuddling
let's-
with the cat.
Cuddling with the cat.
Ooh.
I was
All
asleep.
5 of them.
No.
Just,
Okay.
just he has his favorite cat, and
Okay.
he is her person,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
she loves him. So whenever he comes over, sometimes you don't really see her, like because cats, like they mind
No,
their
they
business.
wrong. Yeah.
But when she knows Shemaiah's over, I don't know if she smells him or hears him, but she will seek him out, and that's the only time she's really in the room with me.
What?
Yeah.
Is if he's
Facts.
there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
So like the other day, I was over there and I went to the bedroom. The bedroom's upstairs, and she just walked with me upstairs.
Yeah, she follows him.
She waited inside, and then I closed the door. And when I came out, she was sitting there waiting for me to come out. And then I walked downstairs, and she walked downstairs.
That's
Yeah.
Now,
crazy.
and that's even more fascinating to me because I understood the cats typically are not they don't like people.
They don't like
at least
people.
the ones that I've met.
My
They like
kids are really. They have their people, and then that's just who they're with. Like one, I only have one, and I only see her sometimes.
Okay.
Dippy.
Yeah.
I never see
I
her.
like that.
Because she be
Yo,
dipping
she
out.
dipping.
Yeah, like sometimes I'll go 2 weeks, and it's like, did she get out? Is she around?
Aw.
Yeah, she just doesn't really like people. She'll come out for affection like maybe 2 or 3 times a month, and then she's just minding her business.
That sounds like me in LA.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
that is
good. Oh my gosh.
Well, we're to 5 cats.
5 cats.
Yeah.
And
5 cats,
one.
5 months in.
But they're all strays, and they're
okay, I love
rescues.
that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I love animals.
And the thing that I've learned about Kenzie is that she has a weak spot for animals. It's just kind of one of her
I
things.
love animals.
And so you just kind of learn to, because I didn't grow up with any type of pets or anything
Oh,
like
wow.
that.
Okay.
Even though, because my mom was allergic to cats.
Okay.
And then same thing that we mentioned earlier, when it comes to if someone has a cat and she knows someone has a cat at the house, yeah, I'm not eating there, right?
Right.
So that's how I grew up and learned. And then when I went over to her house, and I was like, once I learned that there were no pets there,
Yeah.
or when I learned that there were pets there, it was still the aesthetic of the house was super clean.
Okay, good.
And it wasn't anything like that would make me have that same stigma. So I get how people say that, because I've been on people's houses. And
Correct.
it's been-
No,
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
Kenzie's
thank
credit,
you.
yeah,
Cheers
it
to
was
fighting
clean.
cat stigma.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
We don't do stigma over here.
That's fair.
But
So-
that damn dog, though.
We're not talking about
Yeah, I was about to say Dozer. We won't bother Dozer.
Okay.
We're gonna leave him, please.
Okay, that's for part 2.
That's when we come back.
Okay.
When we revisit the table.
Oh my god. Do you want to do the little? I mean, we've broken the ice, but the be honest, don't hold back.
I'm always honest. I never hold back.
Oh,
So let's do it.
oh buddy. All right, so we always do like a be honest. Well, we are doing a be honest, don't hold back, right? So this is like just a question or two for you to do exactly what it is, right? Don't try to PC it or whatever the case may be. Just exactly what you know. So the first one is, what is the most millennial thing you can just let go of, or you can't let go of?
Oh, easy for me, and that's 2000s R&B
Mm,
and
Love
90s rap. And
Yes.
LA 90s rap. At that.
You got an artist you want to name
right.
too?
I mean,
I
I do all West Coast rap, Mariah Carey,
Okay.
Ashanti.
That's right.
Like,
West Coast
and
girl.
it really makes Shemaiah upset, but I'm just
No?
not letting it go. I'm always new music does not exist when we are in my car. That's what I love, and
I don't.
Okay.
that's what I like.
R&B, especially 2000, like yes, yes.
That's what I'm
I have to
doing.
agree with that.
We just had a conversation the other day about music, so when we were listening to R&B, and how it's so popular and it's really ingrained in our spirits. And I was wondering, I've always been wondering why it sits so much with us, but that's mainly because of the radio stations. We were just talking
That's
about
true.
that, right?
That's true.
Because when we grew up, that was R&B was the only thing on the station.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we get into the 2000s. You still had R&B, but then now we start to think, oh, now rap has started to come into it.
And
But
it
they
would
wouldn't- yeah.
feature R&B artists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I would agree with her for the most part. My thing I would say is customer service, meaning going up and walking into a grocery store and going to the teller or going to the bank
Going
and walking
inside.
going inside. That is one thing I will not give up. I need to have this conversation with you, look you in the eyes, and you hand me. If I give you money, you put that motherfucker in my hand.
Ooh,
And
no.
don't put it on the.
That is true.
Yeah, don't put it on the table.
That's a millennial and a southern
Oh,
thing.
wow. That's a-
remember-
that- it
I
gotta
think it's
be.
a Southern thing.
Because
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I ain't got to see nobody?
Perfect.
With the machine?
Yeah. Great.
I need to know. I need to understand like that. Even when I go to, say I go to a gas station or whatever and I'm getting candy or something like that, I'm like, please put it in a bag.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Even with customer service, he's always like, why don't you just call him? Call him. I'm like, I sent the email.
I can chat.
I sent the chat. He's like, just call him.
Call
I'm
them. Talk to somebody.
like, you call him.
I need you to hear my tone.
Right.
I need to
you
hear your
understand.
tone and see your face. And this is how we communicate.
Correct.
That is just literally all that. That's all it is.
AI's kind of ruining that now.
Well,
But
AI
still.
and then social media, because
Yeah.
Yep. It is
Yeah.
way
Oh my
different.
gosh. How is it different now, just in that concept? So, like, for instance, with the music for you, like, what do you think?
I don't know. I think that music in the 2000s was just fun, like the R&B, and it was so many artists.
We just gonna act like we don't see him.
They were like,
We locked in.
they were like, I don't even know what the name of it. Not groups, but it was like Def Jam had a bunch of artists, and then there were like storytelling components around the artists, and there was just all of this like PR around them, and it was just different. Now I feel like
Jet. Then you had The Source. You had all these things.
We had different magazines.
Yeah.
I think people do songs now. They become popular through like sound bites, and then you don't get a full catalog of work.
Yeah. And that's so funny because that really is something even outside of music that I feel like has died after the millennial generation. It's like even with TV, like there were only so many networks, so many TV shows. So like you went home, you watched the same thing that everybody else was watching because there were only so many options.
You were
and then you talk about it with each other.
Correct.
It's like you don't have now. It's like it's so many shows. Have you watched this? Have you watched that? What platform?
What platform do you have?
And it's just like it's not the same as like appointment TV when you had to watch it at the same time as all your friends.
Appointment TV.
All right.
Well, yeah, like remember the Housewives used to be appointment TV because people would literally set the time like we need to be at the house at this time on Sunday so that we can all watch it in real time and talk about it as soon as it happens. Otherwise, you miss it.
You'd have to run to the restroom because they were even farther back because you couldn't like pause it. So on the commercial break,
I'll tell you the biggest thing I would feel like is really appointment TV when you can see things have changed is for me it was HBO. Because you knew something was coming on at 8.
Yep.
Correct. Then at 9.
Yeah.
Then, but that's the
You had
fancy
a
stuff.
setup.
Right? HBO,
a little quality.
It's the quality.
Yeah. I would have to go to my grandparents' house to watch HBO.
Yeah.
But even the TGI Friday, they had like the little jingle.
Yeah.
And all your shows came on.
Everything was just there and people knew what it was.
Yes.
Now it's different. I enjoy it because you can always stumble upon. I like finding new shows. I'm like, dang, this show got 4 seasons already. I never heard of it. And you can just watch them all at one time.
I find that I get impatient now that when I have 4 seasons of everything, I'm just like, oh, good. I don't have to worry about no commercials. I can pause it when I want to. Like, they're like, what else are you watching? No, this is it.
So Shemaiah gets upset with me because I have my comfort shows, and they're seasonal. And these are just the shows I watch all the time.
What are comfort shows? Define that.
You gonna find out.
So these are just the shows I watch because I've seen them so many times, and they're just my background. It's like my white noise shows. And
she can recite all the lines
because you watch them over and over again.
But not every single episode of every show, but a lot of them.
99%.
But my shows are the Gilmore Girls, and I watch in the fall. Grey's Anatomy is in the spring, and then I overlap Supernatural and Gilmore Girls because it's a scary show.
I did not know that.
You know,
Grey's Anatomy I've seen. I haven't seen Gilmore.
A little bit of a compliment for you then. I guess I'm going to be the facts person.
What was that?
I read a study recently that said that exactly.
Thanks to AI. No, I'm joking.
No, thanks to me waking up in the middle of the night scrolling on my phone. But it actually said that people who watch the same TV shows over and over are actually more emotionally intelligent, I guess.
I saw that.
And it helps them regulate their emotions, or they lost me after that, but something like
well,
that.
Thank you. Thank you for those arguments when we're having this
That's
discussion.
a good fact. That's a good fact to use. I'm sorry, brother. That's a good one.
We got to put 90210 in there.
Wait, so you said you saw that study, but you ain't tell her about it?
Sometimes I got to have arguments on my side.
Like, I'm going to hold this.
Yeah, I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to hold on to this. No, but it was very interesting just to see, like, and over the years you start to, especially being in relationships, right? You start to know that individual and they have their certain or particular nuances.
Yes.
Like at first I would get a little irritated by it because it was like, why are we watching the same thing? You've seen the same thing. You know what's happening.
Yes.
And you're acting like you saw this for the first time. But you've seen it for the 341st time, right?
It's okay, because sometimes I'm still genuinely
excited.
Yes.
Like, so
That's Elliott too. He be locked in. I mean, there's a couple shows I could like. Soul Food I could watch a million times.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies.
What's your favorite scene in that?
You already know. Was she in
Say
that
it,
kitchen
do
with
it.
that knife?
I know.
Is that your
I let
favorite
the family
scene
in
too?
the building. My husband. And then what did Vivica Fox say? She was like, Miles.
That's an iconic scene.
That
We
is
talk about
such a
iconic
great scene.
scene.
That is a
Miles.
great scene. Like,
That look.
Cousin Faith.
everyone got a cousin.
Everybody pausing thinking about that cousin face. Oh my God.
Because that was diabolical.
It was very
Behavior.
diabolical.
When I tell you they don't make movies like that no more.
No, they don't. I
But
think that's another thing for millennials not letting go is like black, like love films or like your Love Jones or your soul food, like family films.
That's
they don't
true.
really. I haven't seen much like that coming out.
the only one that I did see is what's her name? Mara Brocker Keel's is it Forever?
Forever, yes. It's a TV show.
It's a TV
It's
show,
a
yeah.
series. Have you seen that one yet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely recommend that.
It's so
the one on
good.
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah,
That was
that
fire.
was so good. Yeah, that reminded me of what you're
Of what-
talking
yeah.
about. Yeah.
And I think that was the goal, and they hit it on the mark.
Yes.
I mean, just showing like the families come together, the kids,
parents,
and
like, oh,
beautiful
was so
show.
good.
that was
And I
beautiful.
think the other aspect about that too, I think when we think in society nowadays, when we talk about blackness, blackness from other vantage points are there's always hardships, there's always negatives, and this showed a family dynamic that although there are two different socioeconomic planes,
Very clear.
they still were engaged in their families' lives. They wanted to push their families forward, and it just seemed like a very normal thing
Yeah.
that most of us have grown up. You know,
Correct.
with.
Correct.
This
Yeah.
is our
Yes,
lives.
yes,
Right?
Absolutely.
We're not always envisioning or being around the people that our parents were imprisoned, and then we were on
Correct.
drugs all the time.
Yep.
Like
That's not
you know,
us.
so that's the
That's
thing.
not
that
all
was,
of us.
Was great.
Hold on, y'all. We
about
got
that.
emergency alert.
They said you're too comfortable over there.
Silver alert. Is a silver alert meaning it's older?
Yeah.
Oh.
Usually someone with like Alzheimer's or dementia. Yeah.
But
Shout out to the caregivers.
Shout out
Yes.
to the caregiver.
Yeah.
we all need them. So
But yeah, it's not
I
all
think it's-
struggle over here.
it's not all struggle, right?
Rolex watches and shit too.
We go to
Gotta let
Inkwell.
them know.
Martha's Vineyard every summer.
We go to
Yeah,
Mathis Vineyard
right?
sometimes.
Right.
Cabo every now and then.
Speaking of, but they had everybody up in there this summer. I had FOMO. I didn't make my trip this year.
So I only heard about that when I moved out here.
Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, well, not Martha's Vineyard, but like the festival he's talking about.
Well, I mean, what's the festival? I'm just saying it was lit this summer. I mean,
I've
I
never
wasn't even
been.
talking about
I've
no
never
festival. I just saw all up and down my timeline. It was Martha's Vineyard. Martha's. Maybe I just follow all the
It's
bougie
historical from what I
Maybe.
read.
And
Yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
heard too.
Especially with the new Ralph Lauren line when they talked about and forgive me, I don't it just kind of escaped me the area in Martha's Vineyard, which is very historical.
People. Yeah,
Inkwell.
No,
Is
no,
it
no.
Inkwell?
It wasn't Inkwell. It was,
Oaks Bluff.
Oaks.
Oaks Bluff? Oh,
Oak
okay.
Bluff.
Oak
Oak
Bluff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so maybe that's another thing that's kind of was an ode to black success and black wealth.
Oh, it is 100%,
Okay.
and I love it. It's it's one of the few places we've had historically
Yeah.
to visit, and I think now as we've seen more and more Black people prosper in ways that maybe we haven't in the past,
I love to see it.
it's
So do
getting
I.
bigger and better.
Yeah.
And they have the TV show with it. Summer House,
Oh,
Martha's Vineyard,
Summer
yeah,
House,
with
yeah,
Preston and
yeah.
all the folks on there.
Oh.
That was good.
What channel is that coming on?
It's on Peacock.
It was on Peacock. Yeah.
They did 2 seasons. I don't know if they did a third one yet. but,
Gotcha.
yeah.
It was good. It
was
was good to
pretty good.
see
It's good to watch.
educated black people like that as well too.
I know my oldest daughter just graduated high school, and we had a graduation party for her at my parents' house. And my parents had been married over 40 years.
Oh wow.
And my dad was like, I was just so proud, like seeing, because a lot of my friends came, just seeing all your friends, and there's doctors and lawyers and administrators and PhDs. And when I grew up, like, that's just not what I was exposed to. And the good thing is, every generation should do it better than the generation prior,
Agreed.
and to continue that elevation. And going back to what we said about forever, like all my parents' friends and like my friends' parents, they all were married. They were all, even if blue collar workers, were hard workers. You know, mom stayed home, dad provided for the family, and it was just not, I think, what you see all the time, how they try to portray our community.
Correct.
It's just not that.
Correct.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
It's just not that.
So how does that work? Because you're in downtown, right? And y'all are in West Covina. So who stays where? Like, who comes to visit? I know you have your girls, but like, how does that work?
It's like 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, depending on the days or the time, if she's working downtown or something like that, or working close, then she'll come over and she'll stay. And depending on what my schedule is, sometimes I'll just pop up. But most times it's like weekends. We're just kind of back and forth.
Okay.
So it's worked out.
I think it's a really good balance. Like, I've been downtown, I think I stayed out here Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Do y'all have a plan to move in full time together?
Right.
Is that too much of a question? Is that
No.
too invasive?
No, that's not invasive.
You gotta be careful with me. You know, I just be
Yeah. I mean,
asking.
You ask all the questions. I don't think we have any. I can honestly say there's nothing to tiptoe around. I don't, at least to my knowledge, in our relationship.
Okay. You got a downtown flat.
Okay.
You
That's
got
what he says. We have our suburban home.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And you gonna keep it that way for how long?
Well, I mean, I think that's the part, right? So we are both incorporating each other in our lives and each other's lives.
Yeah.
I think the biggest hurdle is the amount of clothes that she has.
No,
takes
that
up
we
a-
have.
I don't know. I was gonna say I've seen Shemaiah's outfit, so I know it ain't all you.
Well, no.
I know it ain't all you.
I have clothes. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
She's got clothes, right? So let's go ahead and be real. We talked about this even earlier. Was it yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah.
Yep,
We
go
talked
ahead.
about
Go
it.
ahead and tell.
So, my condo is 3 bedrooms.
Okay.
So, the master bedroom has a closet in the bathroom connected, and then a closet in the bedroom.
Okay.
Standard size closet.
Yeah, so standard size.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I just have them both filled. Plus, I have a wardrobe in the garage. Plus, the downstairs.
Is the whole
closet.
garage full?
No, it's just one wardrobe. 2.
The way she looks. Okay.
See, you were real adamant until you said, "Wait till you sure it ain't 3."
It's 2. Sure. And then I have like sweaters and jeans folded under
So,
my entertainment system.
Is it like seasonally like organized? That makes sense.
Yeah. Yes. So my closet in the bathroom are my work clothes.
Got it.
And then my closet in the bedroom are just like other clothes and like going out clothes.
Filled.
She might be like your boy with 17 pairs of sweatpants and sweatshirts, and I'm just
I
like,
don't have 17 pairs.
I'll count them and send out a video.
I mean, I work from home, so it's just kind
it
of
might be. I was trying to be nice.
Now my problem is sneakers. So I still got sneakers in boxes. So like I can find a place for that one, but to merge all of our stuff, I can get rid of clothes. I think she has more sentimental value to certain things.
Well, I'm willing to store them away.
Store them. What do you mean, like?
In the garage, I can put them in like the little Sterlite containers or something till we find a bigger place that can accommodate all of our clothes. I think that's good.
Are you willing to let things go, like get rid of them?
That's the question.
Well, that getting rid of things isn't the problem. It's getting rid of them and then replacing them.
That's fair.
But Shemaiah, you shouldn't act like that because I'm always seeing boxes come in the house, and then I'm always seeing you wear new stuff.
My new stuff has been.
He always is not wearing new stuff. My thing is, you'll see stuff I've just never worn before, but you've never seen me wear it, but I have it.
I agree.
You have stuff with it. You're still popping the tags off all the time.
Because I haven't worn them. I just haven't had the opportunity to wear them. I said this summer was a time for me to wear. I'm gonna wear sneakers I haven't worn in the last year.
So you have sneakers you've never worn?
Never.
Yeah. So I have an addiction to
He just
sneakers.
gave like 8 pairs to my dad, and he still has so
Wait, hold on.
many.
We have a little truth coming out. He mentioned an addiction to sneakers.
Okay, so let's talk about the sneakers.
What size?
Let's talk about how you had me up at 5:30 in the morning to buy shoes.
Oh, here we go. This is a soft point.
Yeah.
This is a
And I was okay with it because he asked me to do it. So I was like,
Okay.
That's not the problem.
I set my little alarm. I was up. I was online. I got the shoes. But guess what else?
So this
he
is my
also
fault.
got the shoes.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So now we have 2 pairs of the same shoes
Wait a
that there's
minute.
non-refundable.
Wait a
Same,
minute.
same size, or you got your own?
No,
si-
those I got him the shoes,
Yeah,
and then
for
he
him.
got him the shoes.
So there's 2 colors, and that was
okay.
my fault. It was
Okay.
I should have sat there and said, "Hey, get this one," as opposed to getting that one.
So she got the same
So
color.
she got the same one. So that's my fault. So now I'm sitting on a pair of shoes that yeah.
So, like, he
So back to Amir's question, what size?
10?
10, 10, 10.
Oh, that's me actually. I can rock those.
Wasted my time and money because they still in the box.
They still in the box.
Why do you keep them in the box?
So
Because he already has a pair. They're in the shipping box.
No, I mean just like all those shoes that you don't wear or clothes. Like,
well, the shoes in the box, I just like to keep them in the original box. So I don't like
Okay.
to do the plastic
that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
yeah.
But what I should do is really take a photo of the shoe and then literally have what's on the
I
front
think
of those.
so.
Yeah.
But it's become a problem because if I need to get somewhere in the closet, I have to take shoes out of that area, put them down, go search for
It's a shoe mountain.
the thing, and then put it back. So it is a task. So that is the one thing that I will say
Okay.
that I have an addiction to, which is
Okay.
sneakers. But I've slowed down significantly. Clothes, we'll go thrifting and do stuff like that all the time.
But the thing is,
That's one thing we got to add to our is
thrifting
thrifting.
is so
Thrifting.
good.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's.
I agree.
Well, I would
Especially
say
out here.
it's become
it's
it's
so
become
good.
more expensive though. For the most part, but
Because
it's still
it's
cheaper.
become
Still
trendy.
cheaper.
It's
now,
trendy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But
now
then,
everybody, yeah.
if you want to create your own uniqueness about certain things,
Mm-hmm.
then you can definitely thrift.
And then like there's this hole in the wall place in West Covina that has like the best vintage jeans.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to go there. Actually, my sister loves thrifting, and she would go there. So I start going there, and you could get a really good pair like vintage Levi's for $20, $25. Now it's all popular on TikTok and Instagram. Now it's another $95.
Yep.
God.
Because
And I'm
thrifting
like,
is like this, from what I understand, the Gen Zs and TikTokers are all about
Yes.
thrifting now and
Oh man.
dumb phones.
Yeah, so for me, it's kind of like, because I love music so much, and obviously I love clothes. We went to a block, kind of like a block event or block party for crate digging for.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
For vinyl,
Mhm.
right? And the thing about thrifting through or sifting through the vinyl is a little bit different than it is for clothes, because I'm so used to clothes that you can kind of go and be like, okay, I like this.
Right.
But then when you're going through vinyl, you really have to take your time and go look, and it's more of a painstaking process to find out kind of some of those things that you want.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because there's so many hidden gems with things that people have produced.
Yeah.
It's just
Especially
a harder
music-wise.
thing.
Yeah.
For music. Yeah.
That's-
Painstaking.
Yeah.
And I think we did that once in Hollywood where we found
You can win this thing.
It was not my thing either. That's why I said emphasize the painstaking.
yeah, it's a little painful. But we were able to find what's that it was Eddie Murphy's when he's wearing all that
Oh,
leather.
one of his stand-up
Yeah, one of his
specials. I
stand-ups.
forget
Raw?
the name of it.
Raw.
Delirious.
Yeah. We were able to find one of those. Like I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it still kind of skipped a little bit, but
Shout out to Party All the Time. One of the
party
greatest
all
songs
the
ever.
time, party all the time. So how do you? So that is one of the steps y'all are looking at as far as in before you kind of move in together. But you all love the way your life is right now, as far as where your relationship is and those two distances.
Yeah, I think the only thing that would make it, and I don't want to say the only reason we move in together, is right now we're just both financing 2 households.
Right.
And if our plan is to like buy something, then it would be in our best interest to be uncomfortable for like a year and save.
Yep.
Like, because we could save like $5,000-$6,000 a month.
Yep.
And then after a year and a half, we could buy something.
That's a big.
That's
boy
so
decision.
smart. Like when it comes to making those types of sacrifices, a lot
Yeah.
of folks go like, I'm not going to lie. I'm impulsive sometimes. Like you want to do that buy, but it is where you take that hard point where you're like, you know what, this year I'm just going to do the right thing where I can save and kind of capitalize with what I really want to do.
It's funny because we literally had this conversation yesterday, and these conversations have been steadily increasing.
Uh-oh, see?
Right? But it's one of those things, right? I mean, where we grew up, and I think in general, our understanding is there's a process. You go to school, you get a job, then you find your partner, and then you buy a house, and then everything else follows.
Correct.
And I thought it was crazy because I think for the most part, that's kind of how she was raised. But then when you're coming out here, I remember when I first moved here and I was talking to a patient, and the patient was in their 70s. And she was like, I'm, renting from my landlord. And I was like, the hell? What are you talking about? Like, you're 70, you don't have a house.
Yeah.
And I sat with that. And then the problem was, like, as you start to live in LA, you learn that that is a standard thing.
It's a lot of long-term renters out here
Exactly.
because of the price of real estate.
That's
And
so
they-
high. That
and
makes sense, too, with the price of real estate.
And that's an interesting subject, though, because I do feel like a lot more people, at least from what I'm hearing and seeing, are pushing away, like, that traditional map of, like, okay, got to get a job. Got to go to school. Got to get a job. Got to find a partner. Got to buy a house, particularly home ownership. I mean, I know so many couples in our generation who are just like, no, we're renting, we're traveling, we're prioritizing other ways to spend, or just other ways to spend their money. And so it is interesting. But you see y'all on the homeowner track, or kind of the?
I definitely want to own a home. I think over just kind of doing a lot of research and hearing from different people. Right. Especially from a financial standpoint, is it really the smartest thing to purchase a home? Right. Yeah.
I think the way you want to live your life too. Like, do you want to prioritize this or that?
Exactly.
Because it does come with a different set. I think it comes with a different lifestyle. I'll say.
Yeah.
It does.
Right.
But I think for the most part, if we are here in LA, it's very difficult for me to continue to give my money to somebody, especially as a landlord, to say, I'm doing this. Granted, if I need a washer and dryer fix, hey, bro, you got to fix it. That's supposed to coming out of our pocket.
Right.
But I think that's one of the many facets of settling down and being with your partner. For me, and how I was raised, is the home ownership aspect of it. Right? I think what home ownership looks like now, instead of having the 4 bedrooms and then the pool in the back and all these different things, that might be a little bit different. But I think if we can always create a home with your partner and wherever we are. But I think that aspect of it is, this is officially like ours. We can put a stamp on that. And this is just something we can come back to. So even in the future, if we wanted to give this property to the girls or anybody else, this is yours. You can deal with that, right?
Yeah.
But that's just kind of one of the stances that I've had. I think we've agreed to, for the most part, on that. There might be different aspects.
Well, I think too, just because even if you wanted to rent something, talking about accommodating like our family and just our belongings, it's still gonna be like $5,000 a month. And I think where we are in our careers and our lives right now, I feel like would not completely struggle to purchase a home. Like, we'd be okay.
Right.
But we would just have to, I think, in the next like year or two, just be uncomfortable and create a very substantial nest egg for the things that happen, like any home improvement. Because I think those are the things that really get you.
They do, and they sneak
Right?
up on you as a
like
homeowner.
a pipe burst,
telling you.
or you need to do this, or something happens here.
God forbid a roof or something.
Yes.
The roof is crazy,
Yes.
especially in the East Coast. Oh my God.
So I think those are the things that are difficult. But in LA, rent is so high.
Yes.
So
Cost
high.
of
It's
living
crazy.
Well,
just live.
and just to switch gears a little bit, because you mentioned your careers, before we do get out of here, I'm curious, and I'm sure people who watch this will be curious. Talk a little bit about what you all do individually, and
You can go first.
Ladies first, because this segue,
and how and why you got into it.
this segment's perfectly to what Elliott was saying earlier.
So I'm actually in philanthropy, so I'm in fundraising. So my career has been in nonprofit revenue generating positions. So for the past like 15 years.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You were calling all these other people for
I ain't
advice, and
lying.
Kenzie was sitting right over there.
Hold on.
He was like, "How do I raise this money?"
Hold on.
See, I'm glad I asked that question.
Yeah,
Don't
so,
even.
Crazy.
I mean,
Hold on.
I've
Keep talking.
managed, I've managed walks for the Alzheimer's Association.
Okay.
Right
Oh.
now, I'm senior director of philanthropy for a homeless nonprofit
Okay.
based in Koreatown. But we have,
You want to say the name of it, or you
I don't know.
keep it? Yeah, people might be
okay,
showing up
yeah,
at your
yeah,
job.
that's
No,
fine.
we're gonna leave it at that.
But we raise money for permanent supportive housing for
Okay.
homeless individuals and the unhoused in LA and the surrounding counties. So I've only been here for about 3 months, but I have, along with having a soft spot in my heart for animals, I have a really huge soft spot for the unhoused.
Right.
And Nia and Shemaiah talk about it
Huge.
at length because I've never experienced homelessness. I've never been threatened with homelessness. I've not even have anyone in my close circle or friends or family who has been homeless, but I'm just very empathetic. So I'm really happy to be in this position. Like, it was my dream mission.
I can, like, you have that spirit. So I'm just glad that you're able to connect your professional pieces with like what you really are anyway. So that's perfect.
Yeah, I love it. And like, I had to go to Ventura on Thursday. And it took me like almost 3 hours to get there because we're doing a grand opening for one of our veteran housing units. So 90% of the tenants are homeless veterans. And we even provide like services for them. We have like, they have gardens, we have caseworkers and social workers on site. It's just great.
Yeah.
So I love what I do.
Shout out to you. I love what you do also.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
And I would say in the time that I've known her, in the different roles that she's been in, she's excelled in all of those roles and positions, and she's definitely a intangible figure in these organizations. But when she's gotten this position, it definitely is one of those things that you can see that this
She's
is
smiling like
You lighten up. I see it from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
So I'm happy for her that she can do something that she's passionate about.
Right.
Because in life we don't always get to do the things that we're passionate about.
That's true.
And so that she's found her passion is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I loved it. And I told Shemaiah the other day, like, where do you want to buy a house? Because I'm really good at manifesting. And I also don't agree with no. So you tell me no, but I feel like that's just because there's another opportunity that's waiting for me.
Agree with that.
So Shemaiah and I have been dating for 3 years, and I'm also a very avid goal setter when it comes to my career. So this is where I want to be, and I couldn't say aggressively tackle that until I get there, but I'm very strategic in my moves. And this one, I had applied for like different jobs, the same position, like and everything, and I had my Indeed profile just already set up. So it was like around Thanksgiving of last year, and it was late, and I was just randomly applying to jobs, like auto apply. Yep. And it took them about 3 months to like get back to me. And I was interviewing for this position and another position, and I was not really too happy about the other one, but the salary was fine.
Gotcha.
And they told me no. And my sister kept saying, and you did too, like, I just have a really good feeling about the other place. Like, just be patient. And when I got the call that I got it, I got so excited.
I love that.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. And I'm always, like, giving the money or my food or, you know, if we go someplace, you know, and there's people outside, like, oh, do you want me to buy you food from inside? Like, do you need anything? Or so it makes me happy.
Yeah, but
Okay.
oh my God.
We've gotten into some disagreements, you know, about how we cater or I'll say cater to the homeless. Like, I'm one of those people that if there's food, I'm always going to be like, hey, I can buy you food, I can do whatever.
Agree with that.
You know, the money aspect of it is a little bit different for me.
Yeah.
And this is where we get into our disagreement about how we go about that.
Yes.
So it's just one of those things.
I say it's not our responsibility to manage how they are utilizing our gift. We're just giving them a gift, and we give it, and then they can manage it. And he's like, oh, no. And I'm like,
That's how I sound.
yes. That's how you sound. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go back. I'm giving them the $5. He's like, Kenzie, you better not go.
I can actually hear
And
you
I
say
go.
that.
I go
Yes.
back. Sometimes. Most of the times I go.
Bless your heart.
There you go.
Yeah.
It takes time.
I'm more like Shemaiah. I'm like, let's just buy the food so we know what's happening
Yeah.
here. But
controlling.
I'll never forget. There was a long time ago. There was a spot that was it was a restaurant that was on Skid Row, like in the Skid Row area, and the lady was walking around the outside wanting some. She didn't say what she wanted, but someone said, "Hey, I can give you some food."
Okay.
And she was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." Literally, the lady got the food. The girl turned around. The lady said, "Thank you." The girl turned around because she was with her boyfriend. Turned around, walked off. This lady said, "I don't want that damn food," and then threw the food away. And I was like, "Oh yeah, it was just."
So you have an experience that has directed how you, but kind of your thinking.
Yeah, there's multiple experiences that I've had, with that, and to some extent, I do agree with what Kenzie said. Right, it's not for us to dictate how the unhoused essentially what they do with the money that we give them because it is a donation.
Right.
But, I think if I'm giving them my money, then this is what I want to see, which is a selfish thing, right? Because it's from my perspective, right?
It is. It is your money, too.
It is my money, right? So that's the other aspect about it. But we've gotten better about this. Again.
We have gotten better about how we disagree.
Oh, wow.
We've learned, well, there's certain things that I learned. This is not a battle that you're going to fight, right?
Yeah.
Or, it's just like, this is my partner. I understand who she is.
There you go.
We argue, though. So not to say
we
like,
do too.
we
We
have it all
argue.
together.
Yeah.
We argued on the way here.
Good. I'm glad you got it out before the cameras turned on.
There's nothing wrong with a little argument. Just shake it up.
I'm still waiting for my
he didn't
apology.
know what time where we were going.
I'm still waiting for my
And he had you guys waiting on us for 45 minutes.
Yeah, they were 45 minutes late,
Yeah.
y'all.
It's all right, though.
Yeah. All that.
I'm trying to help you out over here, Shemaiah.
So when he hung up the phone, you said Shemaiah. You
I
didn't
did.
know.
I was like, you thought we were going to the Arts District. It's 45 minutes away. You didn't know this.
He called back. He said, "Yeah, so scratch that 10 minutes. We're gonna be 45."
But then I noticed I also put in there. I did say we had a communication faux pas.
Correct.
Right.
I was wondering why you repeated it. Now I get why you were repeating it. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take the responsibility.
So what do you do? What's your career, Shemaiah?
So-
Clearly, you are not, military because you would have been here 10 minutes earlier.
10 minutes.
But so let's hear about this career that you.
Not the stray. He got us straight.
Yeah, I did. So it's funny you say that because we got into an argument. Well, not an argument. We got into a disagreement yesterday about being on time, right? Because I like to be on time, right? I like to be on time for certain things, but
Were
it's
we
like
on time?
here we go. So we were on time, but the whole thing about it is that when I'm leading up to doing something, it's like, what are you doing? We just chill out. We'll make it there. But when it's flipped, it was like, no, she's gonna cut my head off if I don't fall, if I don't do exactly what she wants me to do at the time she wants. Jump how high? That's what
Shemaiah,
you want me to
they
say.
ask what you do for work.
Jump, Maya.
What do you do for work, Shemaiah? Jeez.
Jump, Maya.
That was a good one. So I'm a physical therapist. I've been a practicing physical therapist for now, this is crazy, 14 years. So I got my doctorate at Georgia State in Atlanta. Did residency at University of North Carolina, and then came out here to LA, which is what I never intended to do. To do sports and orthopedic fellowship. So I work at one of the major hospitals here. I work with some elite athletes, high school athletes, and everything like that. Sports performance is kind of my love and my background. And with what I do, I also mentor and teach not only students from the universities across the country, but our residents and fellows that we have, in our program. So it's just not only dealing with patients and their musculoskeletal injuries, but it's really dealing with how the psychosocial factors of pain and their history and how all those things manifest themselves.
I know. We forgot to introduce you as a doctor. I apologize for that omission.
Right? But all these things play a big role, and so I think oftentimes when you think of physical therapy, it's you're giving massage and then you do all these ultrasound things, and I think there's a strong common misconception about what physical therapy is, and our program and where we work is really top notch, and we have some of the best physical therapists across the country working where I work, right? So it's just one of those things that we're taking into consideration the whole person as a being when it comes to an area where this is very uncommon for them, right? So pain is a very uncommon thing. It's a fearful thing. It's the unknown, and what I do essentially is shed light on that, and then shed light on what they're dealing with, and then help them navigate through it, right? So it's crazy because sometimes patients will say, depending on, it could be good or bad, you're not my therapist, or you are my therapist, right? I think when someone says you're not my therapist, they're not mentally ready to have a behavioral change, right? And I'm shedding light to that. Or you are my therapist, I didn't know that I needed that, right? And then so now we're dealing with that in addition to dealing with the physical aspects.
Yeah,
stuff,
that's intense.
Yeah,
That's
I've realized or recognized just throughout conversations that a lot of people who love you as their therapist, I think, are folks who are used to hard work. So it's a lot of the athletes who are like, nope, you're the guy. They're always in constant communication with you, even after they're finished, because you know, help them and get them going. And people like me would be like, yeah, I just want the ultrasound massage, please. I'd be like, change the therapist.
Yeah.
I don't need all that.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah. But I mean, that's and to her point, it really is a behavioral change, and it's very difficult because we all deal with humans, right?
Yes.
And everybody doesn't grow up how we grew up, and we don't understand they might have a bad day, good day, and that depends. That will dictate our interactions.
Yeah.
But in this situation, I have to dictate and deal with so many people because where I work, you have the Beverly Hills, patients, but you also have the South LA patients. So two different expectations of what they want, right?
Yep.
If you are more wealthy, right, they're used to getting what they want.
Yeah.
Right? If I'm working hard and I'm giving you my insurance, I'm paying this, I'm paying all this money, I'm giving you this premium, I need you to treat me this way.
And they want it done yesterday, and they probably all pissed off too, because I don't know about other people, but I know when I'm in pain, I am pissed. And so they want you to fix it right now, yesterday. And so you got to deal with all those moods that come along with it.
And little do they know that I want to sit there and say something to them that is not in the best professional manner.
Yeah, right.
But I think one of the things that I have, and I think she's noticed this, is patience, right? I don't think I have patience, right? But in this situation, no, for the most part,
you're very patient.
Yeah,
I want to blow up just like that. But I also understand that this is my job.
Correct.
And then I think with my job, you really understand, like, hey, I think once you're more seasoned, experienced, and you're open to thinking in a different way. So, for example, I told one of my students the other day, I said, when you're dealing with a person, what's their affect, right? Once you understand what that is, so why wasn't this as successful for you? Because I know I don't do well with this type of patient. So in that sense, if you understand that, now you can check yourself at the door to understand how I'm going to deal with this type of patient, right? And I think oftentimes we don't do that in our daily lives, right? In our personal lives. So it's hard for us to do this in our professional. Actually, it's easier for us to do this in our professional lives.
It is.
Because now our job is on the line.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
One of the things my youngest brother, shout out to him, he just started his first job as an ER resident in
Come on, all right.
Right? He told me a long time ago, which made me think was, you can have grace for everybody else, but your own personal family, in a sense. Why is that? He wasn't saying just you.
I know what you mean.
Right? But it's like, why can't we understand and check our attitudes or behaviors at the door with the people that we feel most comfortable with? This is the people that we need to really be on top.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true.
That's a big.
It's just easy to take the people closest to you for granted.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because
like you said, that job is on the line.
Yeah.
So it's, but
that's how
I
it
could
is.
Can
get
what?
a little loose.
A little bit. So, I know I guess with your professions, right, and to wrap up with us, we want to hear at least two things, right? And you can decide what you want. So, like, with what you're doing now, like, are there passion projects within your career? Sounds like you've hit, like, one of your major goals in your career. But if there's a passion project that you do have, and then in tandem, like, just with what we talked about at the top, where, somebody in the millennial generation or younger generation or even older, what advice did they give you that you would take now, and how that, or how that impacted your career now?
I think one of the advice pieces that I carry with me is from my grandmother. So she is 95, I think now, or 94. She has dementia. She lives with my parents. But one of the things she used to tell me, she was really a woman ahead of her time. She was very educated, I think, when a lot of women weren't pursuing education.
Right, especially in 95.
Yeah, she worked outside the home. She had a great career at Harbor UCLA. And she traveled. My grandfather didn't like to travel. She traveled alone. She didn't cook. Yeah, and one of the things she used to tell me all growing up that I saw her also do is you have to check out to stay in. So she would go weekends at hotels. She'd take me with her. She'd unplug. We'd order room service, and she really took care of herself and her stress. And she'd be, even she tells my mom, because my mom's completely different. She cooks. She loves to cook. She cooks for this guy all the time.
And does.
Yeah, almost every
And good.
Sunday.
I love that.
And looks at me like, you didn't make his plate? I'm like, he's not my husband yet.
Oh, come on, call it.
Yeah, but she's like,
Sounds like I got some more questions to ask.
get up and make Shemaiah's plate. You see him sitting over there.
Oh my God.
But my grandmother, she did that, and she took care of herself. And I think a lot of women, especially Black women, hold so much and carry so much for everybody and all the people around them, that there's something to be said about putting yourself first and having and longevity. And something that my therapist told me is Black women always want to be queens. And I don't know if we'll have to cut this out, but white women do princess treatment. Girl, knock that crown off and put on a tiara and let someone take care of you sometime.
Yeah.
And be a princess.
Amen to that.
And
Don't feel guilty about it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like spoil yourself.
Yeah, and have different expectations from people. And I think that those are the two things, at least right now, being a working Black woman and as high up as I am in my career, is not taking on too much and taking care of myself first so you can live a long life and be there for your people.
I really love that. Check out so that you can check in. Oof.
So those are my tidbits, my takeaways.
I mean, I don't have any passion projects, but I would say that I'm working on. I think there are goals and ambitions, that I want for me. I think in my profession, there's not that many of me. And just being able to stand out in that sense can be very challenging and difficult, right? Just because a lot of it is just very much so networking, right? Life is like that. It's who you know. I think in advice, there's not any specific advice that I can lean on, but watching my mom, my family, all my families is Jamaican, right? Every last one of us, my brother, my cousin, and I were the only ones that were born here in the States. So watching my mom, bust her butt to work and go to med school and do all these different things was the drive that I saw, and striving for excellence, right?
Right.
So it kind of goes into where we grew up and kind of the stuff we did as far as our fraternity, achievement in all fields of human endeavor, right?
Yep.
And seeing my mom achieve and pushing two young Black men to be successful in their professional careers is something that I just strive to not disappoint her in all the hard work that she's done to see us strive and grow, right? Yeah. So, just pushing and striving is it's not a physical advice, but it is an actionable thing that I saw, right? So, that's just the only thing. It's just, I got to keep on pushing, right? But I wish I could knock my crown off and be a prince, right?
Shemaiah. Girl.
I just
He like, hey, what'd you think? Like to check out. No, that's awesome.
I love that.
Yeah, me too. I love that the both of you, one, named somebody in your family that you looked at, you actually physically were able to be around and see, and how they created like an earned value in your life, right? And then on top of that, I just love how their careers really do overlap in some way, right? Like hearing everything about the psychosocial, is that the right way of saying that?
Psychosocial,
Right.
yeah.
And I know, Kenzie, you have to use that same type of like concept, especially dealing with the unhoused. So it's just amazing how you all have that work-life balance where you can easily talk about those things inside your personal life as well as in what you're dealing with in your career, right? So I really applaud y'all. I love having y'all around. I know we could talk for hours, to be frank, because there were a couple of things when they were talking, I was like, ooh, but no, I'm not.
We have to come back.
I'm
We
not
have
going
to
to
come
keep
back.
Amir here till 6:30. But no, I really just appreciate y'all coming out.
I appreciate you having us.
This was fun.
Yeah.
I do have one more question. So I know you didn't try any, Kenzie, but Shemaiah, how'd you think the tacos did?
Tacos are fire.
Hit or miss? Okay, fire from Tacos 1986.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
get an approve.
Yes.
So
And
it's
he
a
loves tacos.
kiss.
Me
Okay.
too. So we
Yeah.
got to
All
start
right.
doing our Taco Tuesdays.
All
then.
He
right.
loves tacos.
First of all, it's pizza number one. Pizza is my absolute
Okay.
favorite.
Okay.
If there was a final meal, it would be pizza, and then number two, tacos.
Tacos.
Okay.
Really?
Right? Yep.
He loves
Oh,
tacos.
I
man.
love tacos. Yeah.
I don't know if I would pick pizza.
I don't like pizza.
I don't know
pizza.
about that.
I love pizza. I do love pizza. But
Oh.
for me, it's probably sushi, tacos, then pizza.
Yeah, he does love sushi.
Try and stay healthy.
Yeah. I'm not healthy at all.
Yeah.
Give
Well-
me, give me that fried chicken, please.
I'm a junk
Greens.
food junkie,
Yes.
so.
Oh, Cheetos with the what's the pepper jalapeno cheddar? Oh.
I love all the.
Jalapeno cheddar Cheetos.
Mm-hmm.
I love all the bad food.
What was it? I like the flaming hot Cheetos though. I like the
Flaming hot
spicy
Cheetos
ones.
is
Yeah, that's
fire.
good too.
Yeah.
You know, as far as like I can do, like I love junk food, but if I had to do savory food versus sweet foods, it's always going to be sweets.
Sweets, and I'm always gonna.
Really? I'm always savory too.
I
Yeah.
love, I love savory.
I used to skip dessert and just go back for another
Yeah,
round
me
of
too.
seconds. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I want.
No, just give me all the cake, give me all the things, and I have these times or these cravings. Like one of my last bits of candy was Milk Duds. I absolutely love Milk
Like,
Duds.
they're so old.
I'm an old guy.
Yeah.
That is old. Nah,
Yeah.
That's an old one. You like butterscotch too?
Hell yeah.
See?
He likes peanut brittle.
Well, look. Thank you all very much for joining us. We could go on and on, but right now we're gonna check out of this so I can check into this Michigan game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I know. Did
We ain't
Clemson
losing,
win?
shut up.
Because we
They
were
really should've
losing to
won.
Troy.
Are we actually losing? What's the score?
Oh, Clemson did win.
Okay, I gotta check out y'all getting into this
They
game.
finally did come back.
They need their good luck charm. Clemson won.
Yeah, they came back 27-16,
Oh,
thank God, because I was about to be worried about it. But thanks again, Kenzie.
Thank you.
Shemaiah.
It's been a
This was
pleasure.
fun.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us at the table.
At the table.
Greg and Elliott.
Right. Right in the corner.